In Lesson 3, we're going to learn how to take a black code and make a series of blinking lights. So this will look more like a traffic light where we have red, yellow, and green. Let's take a look. So the first step is to go ahead and start a new text project. And we want to choose Python. Before we even get started with coding, we need to add our devices. So we have 3 devices in particular. We'll add a device. We're going to go to 3-wire. We'll set up LED. I have mine in F, G, and H. So I'll say F. And I'm actually going to rename this to LED F. Probably could have just kept the same naming conventions, but to make it the same as the code you saw with block, I'll rename them. Finally, rename LEDH. So now we have our devices, so we can slide this to the right to maximize screen space. If we take a look at our original, we want this to happen repeatedly over and over, so this is going to be in a forever loop. So we'll go to Control, and we'll say while loop, and drag it over. For condition, we'll highlight that and change it to true. Next thing we'll do is turn LEDF on. LEDs are in the looks section. So LED on, right in front of the word pass. F is on, that's great. Now we want it to stay on for half a second. That'll be in the control area again. So wait for 1 second. Drag it over, change the 1 to a 0.5. Next, we'll go back to looks. Before we can turn the next LED on, we need to turn the current LED off. So we'll say LED off. Now we'll turn on LED G. And you notice, as we type in some of that code, it'll actually pop up, so we can click it as well. So now we've got LED G on. And we're going to use that wait again. And rather than drag it over, I'm going to select it here and hit Control C on the keyboard. And now Control V. Now notice that indentation matters with Python. So I'm going to tab over, pressing the tab key on my keyboard. Now what I've got here is I really have this code here. I'm going to copy that. So Control C. Go down in front of the word pass and press Control V. Now what I need to do is just change some letters around, right? So I've turned that one off. I've turned that one on. Now I need to turn G off. And I'll turn H on. Let's get rid of the word pass first. And now I'll take the same code, Control C, go down to the next line, and Control V. Remember, there's some indentation issues there. So G is already off. So really in this case, all we need to do is turn H off. And then we can delete that last line. And make sure that our indentations line up. So what we've said is turn LEDF on. Then to turn it off, turn G on. Then turn G off. Then turn H on. And then turn H off. From here, we could download the code to our brain and press play and watch the results.